Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT. I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports and subscribers. So, Anthony Joshua stops Eric Molina in the third round. Great performance by Anthony Joshua. Pretty much sends a message to the whole heavyweight division that yes, I am the real deal. Yes, Klitschko, I'm ready for you. Yes, Wilder, bring it on. Masterful performance by him, I gotta say. Anthony Joshua in this fight was very committed to his jab, stayed very poised. When Molina was on the ropes, he made sure to punish him and capitalize on all of his mistakes. And it was a great performance. And when you compare it to the Wilder fight and how Wilder did against Molina, Wilder struggled with Molina. Wilder got hurt in the third round against Molina. In the third round against Joshua, against a guy in Molina who had his first full camp of his career. This is the best Molina, apparently, according to him, that we were ever going to see. And Joshua just iced him, got him out of there, made it look relatively easy. So we should be hearing the post-fight interview soon. I'm kind of waiting for that. We're going to listen to Michael Buffer and his whole announcement of the decision, the knockout.
The winner by TKO victory, still undefeated now with a record of 18 victories, 18 wins by knockout. Still the IBF heavyweight champion of the world, AJ
Popularity is snowballing.
He's very funny. His game not coming around. He might get beaten Tyson.
Yeah.
You think he has a potential?
To get beaten Mike Tyson? Yes, because Mike Tyson didn't have the social media. No, the social media era, and like he already has a TV deal with Sky Sports over there, and he has one out with America. He's fighting Showtime now, so like got a lot going for him.
From seeing him in the changing room to the ring wall,
there's opponents to him. There's like guys who want to see him fight. So
he just seems so confident and
good to boxing, bro.
Because
AJ,
he worked so hard, he trained so hard, so that's the reason he's got this confidence. Utterly professional.
So, AJ retains the IBF title.
No banana skin.
You know, I want to see him fight.
And he doesn't seem
for the interview.
Nice, super cool guy. From what I've seen. So yeah, AJ retains the IBF title. Big fights: Klitschko, Parker, Wilder. Me? Nah, I don't have to. If they pay me like $20 million, $50 billion, huh?
Not even a knockout. He'll just like jab you.
Good to see Robert cracking on your shoulder there, the first fight of this new partnership. Let me talk about the fight first. Everybody was talking on paper that it could be a potential banana skin, with everybody talking about the future. Disaster averted for you tonight. Disaster averted. I don't even know what averted means. Avoided. There's no disasters for you tonight. No disasters. But he was trying to tee up with some haymakers. Excuse the pun. But that's heavyweight boxing. They look for the shots to try and stop you. I bet I was patient because, as I said, people are fresh early on. And we move on. It's not the end of the story yet. We're still on that grind. So we get back to the drawing board and move on to 2017.
Taking nothing away from Eric Molina, but were you surprised at his negative tactics tonight, or did you simply not allow him to get into the fight?
Thing they can do. You can get a Dylan and Derek type of fight, or you can get someone who comes in the ring like Eric Molina. So it's hard though dealing with a negative fighter who's not giving you many options, because someone who's boxing with you can give you opportunities. Someone who's waiting on the back foot, you've got to create them. So I just have to be patient and create the opportunity. So no problem. It's the star that you've got to deal with, and there'll be many more when I step into this ring.
Do you feel that you've got that fear factor about you now, though, that some opponents are beating themselves before they get into the ring with 18 straight knockouts?
Nah. These opponents, because I'm not one to talk, but I'm not one to mess around. But still, if I was to start talking, I think they'll realise what I'm really about. But it's like that until you step in the ring with someone, you don't know what you're facing. People go off the past, like when I was an amateur and stuff like that. But
I stayed consistent, I stayed dedicated, and I'm still not at my peak yet. So, you know, the longer I keep on training and staying in the gym, the better I'll become.
It's a strange mix that you're heavyweight champion of the world, but I think in your own words and Rob McCracken's words as well, you're still a heavyweight in progress. Are we seeing developments, especially now you are working with Rob McCracken, your old amateur trainer?
Yeah, man. Like, all the coaches that I'm working with are putting in an effort. You can't just forget, like, the nutritionists, the physios, the medical team, McCracken, Sims, Selks, Max. The list goes on, do you know what I mean? So everyone that's putting in work is really producing what they're seeing in the ring right now.
Okay, let's move things forward to the future. Do you feel now that after that defence of your title, a relatively straightforward defence, that you're ready to step up to the next level of opponents now? I can see an array of heavyweights at ringside.
No problem.
Okay, seems like a good time to bring in promoter Eddie Hearn. What's next?
Well, I think tonight is as good a time as any to announce what's next. And this time I'd like to bring in Bernd Bonte and Vladimir Klitschko to the ring. Right in Manchester.
Let's see what's gonna happen. We heard about the deal. Let's see what they're gonna say now.
So Eddie, Vladimir's here, Anthony's here. What is in the pipeline?
I'd like to officially announce Anthony Joshua against Vladimir Klitschko at Wembley Stadium on April the 29th.
I can't wait.
For the unified heavyweight championship.
Yo, that's 2 days before my birthday. My birthday's
Vladimir.
yeah.
Welcome to Manchester. What do you make of Anthony's performance, and how excited are you about?
Let's see what Klitschko has to say, guys. Let's see what Klitschko has to say.
First of all, congratulations to you, champ. AJ, you got it. I was watching AJ fighting in London 2012 when he won gold medal. I never thought to ask you this question. I want to ask you 3 questions. Do you want to see a big fight?
Yes.
Do you want to see a fight where 2 Olympic champions are involved?
Make it happen.
Do you want to see fight AJ against WK? I don't hear you. You got it. I love you guys. You're awesome.
Anthony, he's here. Apparently the deal is done. Wembley Stadium. How do you feel about that?
What happened to London O2 Arena? Good times, but listen, we move on to a bigger arena. More people can come and view it. I shared the ring with the champ. Very respectful man outside the ring. Very competitive in the ring. And 2 warriors are coming together. This is the step up that people have wanted. Klitschko wants his belts back. May the best man win.
Let's go. Let's go, champ. Let's go. Heavyweight boxing is back.
The best man in the division. And I believe this excitement speaks for itself. So that's what actually fans want. And I think there is no doubt that this fight must happen.
You've boxed in England early in your career, but you're willing to come back to the home of English football, Wembley Stadium, 80,000 people, to take on a man that you've sparred and a man that a lot of people are labelling the next great heavyweight, perhaps after yourself.
Listen, such an amazing fight and big fight has to take an amazing place as Wembley Stadium. It's a great location, and April 29th, I believe, that's the date, so hopefully it's going to remain the same. So we will continue with our promotion, and one more time, congratulations to AJ, well done, clean, clear win, and I'm looking forward to the next fight in April.
A question for you, Anthony first. How do you beat Vladimir Klitschko?
Let's see what he has to say, guys.
Can't reveal that. But listen, how I beat him is be myself. Worry about myself, focus on my own training, and come with a positive attitude. That's how I go about beating Klitschko.
Vladimir, how do you beat Anthony Joshua?
I've been doing this job for 26 years, so I do have a lot of knowledge, and this knowledge will definitely help me in the ring.
Okay, well,
let's go, champ.
You've got something else to say, go on.
You can't miss it, you gotta watch it.
Well, watch it, 100%. This has been 3 years in the making, and it's here now. Patiently, you guys have been waiting on my journey, and we're here. 2017, big up, because we're coming.
Let's just go back to Eddie Hearn.
He already has a better resume
to get into. What people will be asking is this the right time for Anthony to step up against a who's so dominant for over a decade?
This guy knocked me on the ring.
Well, there you have it from Manchester Arena.
But dude,
Dylan White took on Derek Chisora, and Dylan White won a split decision there in a hotly contested fight. Remember, Chisora threw a table at
The hell, man?
So that was crazy.
Joshua in for a big shot, for a big counter. You saw it in round 2. He attempted 2-shot counter at him.
The hell is this camera not working for?
Joshua's fundamentals that kept him safe.
Oh, there we go. All right, finally. Damn. Well, yeah, there you guys have it. So April 29th, Klitschko versus Joshua. We heard the rumors about like the deal, and it was reported before this fight happened. But now it's official. You heard it straight from Eddie Hearn's mouth. You heard it straight from Klitschko's mouth, and that's gonna be a massive fight. You know, a lot of people in the boxing world before this fight was even announced, we look at the landscape of boxing. We look at the younger guys coming up. And a lot of people are pegging Anthony Joshua as not just the face of the heavyweight division, but they think Anthony could be the face of just boxing, period. And this is the kind of fight against a guy in Klitschko who dominated and reigned as champion for many years. Yes, he's on the older side, but to have it in Wembley Stadium, you know, boxing is not just about who you beat, but it's also the event that takes place when you're fighting. And to have it in a venue like Wembley Stadium, we saw the Carl Froch George Groves fight, what kind of atmosphere that was like. So I expect that to be a great fight. To be quite honest with you guys, like, I might have to get my passport and just go out there for that. I've never been to the UK, but that'd be, if I've always had dreams of covering a fight at Wembley Stadium. If that were to somehow come together, that'd be great. But overall, you gotta look at Anthony Joshua now. His last couple wins, he fought Charles Martin. Make of what you want of that. Dominic Brazil, unbeaten fighter, but still not really highly regarded. And then he fights Eric Molina, a guy who, before this fight happened, you know, a lot of people were saying this was going to be AJ's toughest fight. A lot of people, there were people out there who share that based on what Molina did against Deontay Wilder. And you guys saw that Anthony stayed very committed to his jab. Molina was not giving him a lot of openings. Molina was not very, you know, active in the ring as far as the punches he was throwing. So Anthony had to stay very patient, stay committed to that jab, and just wait for the shot, the big shot to come. And eventually, it did due to his patience. So I think now Anthony's gonna. It's that measuring stick for him. You know, Vladimir Klitschko, and he's come. And Vladimir, look, a lot of people are gonna write off Vladimir Klitschko because of how he came in against Tyson Fury, how that fight played out, but I would say, look, when you talk about Klitschko, you're talking about an all-time great. You're talking about arguably one of the best 15 heavyweights of all time. And, you know, Klitschko is going to be somebody that I feel when he was champion and when he did fight Fury, you know, I'm not making excuses for the guy because I'm not a huge Klitschko fan or anything like that. But when he was fighting Fury, you know, he had made so many title defenses. He was so dominant for so long that, you know, at a certain point in time, you're not motivated to fight like you were when you were in the process of becoming a champion or when you first got the belt. And now that he's lost to Fury, people are writing him off. He's in the ring with another Olympic gold medalist, top-level fighter in Anthony Joshua. He's going to find his motivation. I feel this is actually going to be a better fight than people anticipate. So I'm looking forward to it, man. Looking real forward to it. We know back in the as AJ was coming up, him and Vladimir used to spar a lot. And even before AJ was a big name like that, he was always saying that this guy is going to be the next big thing in heavyweight division, and you're seeing it now. So yeah, man, can't really say anything else. But you know, a great performance from AJ. Big fights in line for him next year. You know, the Klitschko fight's going to kick it off. He's able to get past Klitschko. Then you're looking at maybe Joseph Parker, who just picked up the WBO title this morning against Andy Ruiz Jr. So that's going to be a massive fight. If that ever gets made, that's one I've always wanted to see. Then you have other guys. You have Deontay Wilder out there. One fight I always wanted to see for Anthony Joshua, just because I feel like physically he's going to impose his will on pretty much like 99% of the division. Well, there's one guy I know for a fact he's not going to be able to physically. He might be able to beat him in the speed department, but strength-wise, physicality-wise, he's not going to be able to impose his will. And that's Jarrell Miller. I think Jarrell Miller would be a great matchup with Anthony Joshua, because at 290 something, 290 pounds plus, Jarrell moves around the ring really well. Better than a lot of you guys think. Moves around the ring really well. Has unreal power. I think that's probably one of the only guys power-wise matches up with AJ. And that'd be a good fight. I wouldn't say like right now, but maybe like in a year or and a half or so, I wouldn't mind seeing Jarrell Miller take on Anthony Joshua. But yeah, man, Eddie Hearn. I gotta say it again. A lot of you guys say thank you, Al Heyman. So he's putting on another big fight. This card here, I did not get a chance to catch the Dillian White, Derek Chisora fight. I'm kind of mad I didn't, but I heard it was great. I heard it lived up to the expectations and in some ways even surpassed it. Some people even said that was one of the best heavyweight fights they'd seen in a while. So whenever that's uploaded on YouTube, I will go back and watch that video or watch that fight and do a video on it myself, because I was really excited for it. But yeah, man, just heavyweight. It's great to see that heavyweight boxing going into 2017 is in a good place. You have the big fight with Anthony Joshua and Klitschko. You're going to have Wilder coming back. You have Joseph Parker, who's now a champion. You have Luis Ortiz vying for heavyweight supremacy. You have Shannon Briggs, let's go champ, all that stuff. Hopefully he can get himself a notable opponent in the ring, whether that's like Freza Kendall or Lucas Brown. There's somebody with a name that we know about. I want to see Shannon get that chance to, if he's gonna lose and get knocked out or whatever, so be it. But let the man have his chance. I think with the 10 fights, 11 fights he's had, although it was against bums and kind of traction, the Let's Go chant movement has picked up. Business-wise, it makes a lot of sense to have Shannon Briggs on a card, especially if it's in the UK. And after that, whether you like him or not, he's always been an entertaining fighter, someone who carries a lot of power, someone who's been in very exciting fights with like Lennox Lewis, George Foreman, Sergey Liakovic. So, yeah, I want to see Shannon get a shot. And who else we got? We have, although he hasn't been active this year, Brian Jennings is still out there. There's a lot of action in the heavyweight division. I'm just hoping that we get to see the big fights next year, and we're gonna get to see one of them. God willing, because we know Klitschko has a habit sometimes. His toe hurts or he pulls something, and he has called off fights. But this is not one that he should call off, and I don't think he will, because that checks in. He's way too nice, and they're fighting Wembley Stadium. So I'm gonna kind of wrap this up. Maybe you want to say anything?
Yeah.
You want to say anything else? Talk to people, Alex.
Yeah, I can't wait for this fight. It's going to be a birthday present for me because, it's 2 days before my birthday, May 1st, April 29th. I can't wait for the fight. I think Joshua will win. Because, Klitschko, father time gets to you.
Father time's undefeated, so.
Yeah, I know. Father time gets to you, man. And Klitschko has shown a bad chin before. He's been knocked out by
Ross Purity,
and Corey Sanders, Lamont Brewster, and all those guys. And so that chin might show a problem too.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, but
I just think the speed is gonna be too much for him. Like I think the speed of Joshua is gonna be a little too much for him at this age. His best chance is to like jab and control the pace of the fight.
Right, yeah, and I'll give him a chance if he gets him that past 7th round.
Yeah, got to test that endurance and really see what Anthony's made of in those late rounds.
Yeah, and I just can't wait for the fight. It's going to be a lot of
Who do you want to see Anthony Joshua fight? What's the one heavyweight you want to see Anthony Joshua fight?
That's tough.
You know who it is, bro. You don't
Jarrell Miller.
Jarrell Miller. You want to
hard work, dedication, cheeseburgers.
Hard work, dedication, cheeseburgers. We both want to see the Jarrell Miller fight at some point.
I'm going for Jarrell Miller.
Yeah, man, that should be a good one if it ever happens.
Yeah.
But man, how about these other cards tonight? We still have Terrence Crawford and Molina. We got Williams.
Yeah, Terrence Crawford and Molina. Oh no, man. Crawford will easily beat Molina, man.
Think so? Yeah, I think so now with the weight.
Yeah,
with
plus
weight
Molina. Molina's getting like old guy.
He's an older guy, so
and he's sort of a punch bag in a way. I mean,
You guys got no defensive skill, you saying?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm kind of excited for that Charlo J-Rock fight.
Yeah.
That's a big fight, bro. It's an important fight for that division.
Yeah.
You know, winner of that fight's gonna be like the guy for the near future, at least.
Yeah. I'm going for J-Rock. I don't like Charlo. He always changes his mind. But.
Yeah, he's already talking about Golovkin. He's already saying like, oh,
yeah,
I'll fight Golovkin. I'll do this and this to Golovkin. And I'm like, bro, you better not change your mind when J-Rock gives you a boxing lesson.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. You know, and I think Anthony Joshua, what he's, you know, a lot of people, I would even say, like, I look in the comment section of his videos sometimes, like when they post like interviews of him, and a lot of people would say about Anthony Joshua that, like, you know, he's boring, his personality, like he doesn't talk trash, but like when he goes in the ring, man, there's very few fighters in boxing that are as exciting as AJ. I think, like for a heavyweight to have that level of hand speed, and not just that, the ability to finish. And you guys can say, well, AJ hasn't fought anybody, but Deontay Wilder, a lot of you guys would say Deontay Wilder is a harder puncher than Joshua. I know people who say that. I don't agree with it because I feel Anthony has better hand speed and he puts his punches together a lot better than Deontay. But look at Deontay. He wasn't able to finish Wilder like Molina, I should say, like Joshua did. And it's because finals are lacking very much. Number two, his jab and the way he throws his punches are always off balance. It's almost like he's throwing windmills. Looks like an octopus when he's throwing some of these punches. And I just think fundamentals. I think AJ, whenever that fight does happen, is going to really put it on Wilder. I got AJ stopping Wilder inside of 7 rounds. I think it's going to happen. But yeah, man, heavyweight division. I know I'm talking in circles right now, but I'm excited. I'm ready for the future of boxing. And look, you know, while I'm here, I'm talking about Anthony Joshua. Came out with him and Shannon Briggs, because Shannon Briggs is over there in the UK right now. He was at the fight, and he was basically talking to AJ. And AJ said that he's planning on going to the Heavyweight Factory, which is right up like not too far from where I live here in South Florida. So look, I don't know who watches these videos. I get surprised sometimes. Like, I go to fights and people are like, "Hey, BT," and I'm like, "Oh, wow, I don't know you," and you know, it's crazy. But anybody in the Anthony Joshua camp, maybe Anthony Joshua, if he somehow comes across this video, because sometimes these fighters. To South Florida, bro. Like, I would love for you to come to the Heavyweight Factory and just chop it up with you about boxing and all kinds of stuff. And yeah, man, all heavyweights, not just Anthony Joshua, but all the heavyweights come to the Heavyweight Factory, man. It's a big year. It's gonna be a big year for the heavyweight division next year. And I feel like when you talk about the heavyweight division, there's the best gym in the world for the heavyweights is the Heavyweight Factory. We got Shannon Briggs, Riddick Bowe, Holyfield, Mike Moore, Trevor Bryan, Jarrell Miller, and the list goes on and on. So. And you know, if you want to experience some good weather, get some good sparring, all that good stuff, come to the Heavyweight Factory over here in Hollywood, Florida. But Anthony Joshua stops Eric Molina in the 3rd round. Really nice performance, show good boxing skills, and that's what it is. So aside from Anthony Joshua, we have the other fights coming on tonight. I will be back live for those fights. But what I'm going to say again, because I've been saying this in pretty much all my videos recently, is that I will be at the WBC convention. So if there's any questions you guys want answered at the WBC convention, corruption in boxing, things that you're curious about, rankings, clean boxing program, whatever the case may be, drop the questions down below, and I'll definitely go tomorrow, because tomorrow's the first day. Sunday night is the first day that I'm going to the WBC convention. So I'm looking very forward to it. And who knows who we'll see? We just don't know who we're going to see at the WBC convention. So stay tuned.
I hope I see Golovkin, man.
I hope I see Golovkin too. We have a lot of great things coming up on the channel. Stay tuned for the other live videos that I'll be doing. I'm not really sure which fight I'm going to watch, how this is all going to work, because Crawford and the J-Rock cards are at the same time, but we'll find a way to at least cover one of them. So come back. If you got, for the 5 people who are watching this right now, come back and watch. After those fights, I'll be here live on Google Hangout. And yeah, man, that's what it is. So until a couple hours from now, you know, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. Where, Alex?
Dania, man.
Dania. So until next time, which will be a couple hours from now, take care, guys.